Good afternoon, all. I would like to make this discussion on Noble Eightfold Path. There are two sessions regarding on this topic. Right now, I am doing the first part. The second part will be doing Most Venerable Kondancha Nayaka Thera. Before we begin our topic here, I would like to put your attention on this Dhammapada stanza. Na puppa gandho pativatameti na chandanan tagaramallikawa satancha gandho pativatameti sabba disa sappuriso pavati. This stanza consists of the Dhammapada. There are 26 Vaggas, sections in the Dhammapada. You can see this stanza in the Puppa Vagga. The stanza number is, verse number is 53, 54. Right? Yeah. So, can you recite this poem with me? Try. Na puppa gandho pativatameti na chandanang tagara mallikawa satancha gandho pativatameti sabba disa sappuriso pavati. Again. Na puppa gandho pativatameti na chandanang tagara mallikawa satancha gandho pativatameti sabba disa sappuriso pavati. The meaning of this stanza is below the verse. The scent of flowers cannot go against the wind, nor the scent of sandalwood, nor of tagar, nor of jasmine. Only the reputation of virtuous ones. It means sappurisa, pervade in every direction. So, there are so many flowers in this environment around us. There are some flowers, those are very fragrant. And also those scent or fragrance does not go in the sky, in the space. It does not go so far, right? It is limited to yes, blow the wind. It does not go so far, right? If there is a flower, its scent does not go so far. It is with us. And also sandalwood, when we cut it, what happened? The scent spread out. that scent also does not go far away. It is around us. Tagara, jasmine also the same. That's the name of the plants. Right? But if someone who live in this society piously, observing still, doing meditation, helping other person, his scent, fragrance of spread all over the world. Right? Understand? It goes far away from us. Far away. There are another stanzas also in the Dhammapada, but I selected only one verse here. Is it clear? If you do good thing, you are a good person. You will be called by the name of Sappurisa. Sappurisa. The characteristics of Sappurisa is what? Is doing so many good things. By himself or herself, do some meditation. Observe still. Help the person. If there are some poor people in this society, the Sattpurisa will help that person also. Right? Then you can get some idea. You can get some ideas from this one, this verse. Think of that one wisely. Think this one. Okay, then we will move on to the next slide here. Noble Eightfold Path. What is the session's topic? Can you repeat? Noble Eightfold Path. You have or not all those things I mentioned there clearly? Can you repeat? Louder, please. Again? Yes, good. Noble Eightfold Path. So here, as introduction, the heart of the Buddha's teaching are the Four Noble Truths. Understanding the Four Noble Truths is the way to obtain the peace and the highest happiness Buddhists seek. I think this morning you discussed about the Four Noble Truths. You discussed that one. As I think all of you very much understand that Four Noble Truths clearly. Right? What are the Four Noble Truths? Dukkha, Samudaya, Nirodha, Magga. Right? These Four Noble Truths are, very, very important things to understand the reality of life. The reality of life. When we can clearly understand the Four Noble Truths, what we can understand of our life, the reality of life. You know, in day-to-day life, we feel a lot for different things. Am I right? Yes. From morning to bed. From morning to bed, we suffer a lot. Different things. There may be some good things as well as bad things. We get some experience, we encounter some experiences facing that good things as well as bad things. From morning to bed, we always suffer. Anybody cannot stop. Can? Is that possible to stop our suffering? No. No. Anybody cannot. If someone who has a lot of money, can he stop our suffering? Can? No. If you think someone is very rich in this society, can you ask him to refrain us from this suffering? Can? If we ask him, he cannot stop. He cannot stop. If it is possible to do the king of the country, can stop suffering? No. No. What should we do? We have to understand and realize the reality of life. Right? We have to. You know, yesterday morning, Chief High Priest told you something regarding that one. One is, or individual is very responsible for his life. Very responsible. I am responsible for my life. What about you? Individually, you also very responsible for your life. If we are in class or in a discussion, in a group, we are individually responsible for each life. Likewise, everyone has to understand the reality of our life. Is it clear? Is it clear? Yeah, that is the way to stop this suffering. That's the way. We have to follow the path that the Buddha showed us. You are here today is to understand, to see the real path of the Buddha, what he taught us. Right? That is why you became noise monks for a short time. These upasikas also observe still. Why? To see the path of the Buddha he showed us. Throughout these sessions, throughout these programs, all the presenters or monks, tell you, introduce you the path of the Buddha. Right? So here, second point, as in the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, listening to the sutta for ascetics over-enjoyed and expressed their happiness at the end of the discourse. You know, at the beginning there are only few people. Who are they? To listen the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutra. Who are they? Yes, who are they? Kondanya, Vappa, Bhaddiya, Mahanama, Asaji. Kondanya, Vappa, Bhaddiya, Mahanama, Asaji. Right? These 5 ascetics listen to the teaching of the Buddha. What for? What for? To liberate from suffering. To liberate from suffering. As I said you so far, we always from morning to bed suffer. That people wanted to listen to the Dhamma, to see the Dhamma, to liberate from suffering. Right? It has mentioned clearly in the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta. Have you heard that sutta earlier? Dhammacakkappavattana? No? I think you may heard that one, right? Okay. What is the sutta name? What is the name of the sutta? Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta. Again? Again? Right, good. Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta. All those important things or part mentioned in this sutta. Right? Okay. So, if you like to obtain happiness in our life, what should we do? To gain the happiness of our life, what should we do? We have to listen to the Buddha's discourses or teachings. Not only enough listening, but also we have to follow the way. We have to follow the way. Right? We have to practice. We have to practice. When you listen to some discourses, Dhamma, Sutra, whatever it is, we have to follow those, very important things in the Sutra. That is why we listen to Dhamma. Right? That's why we listen to Dhamma. Reciting is not enough. Repeating again and again and again is not enough. We have to practice. We have to practice. We have to practice. Accordingly, Buddha showed us the way to liberate from suffering. Right? Okay. Then, regarding 4 noble truths, namely, first one, dukkha, or we can say suffering. Samudaya, the rising of suffering. Third one, nirodha, the cessation of suffering. Last one, magga, the path leading to the cessation of suffering. Right? These 5 main points you have discussed in the morning. In the morning. I think that is quite easy me to explain to you the Noble Eightfold Path, because of you have some idea on these points. Clear? Okay. So we will move on to next slide. The dukkha, that's the Pali word. Pali word. Samudaya is the Pali word. Nirodha is the Pali word. Magga is the Pali word. Right? Okay, keep in your mind all those things. Here, the Eightfold Path or Magga, in a simple way, the path leading to the cessation of suffering. This come under 4th category. Right? 4th category. What the 4th category here? Magga. Magga. Right? Eightfold Path consist of yes, 8, or we can say the Magga or path. Now I am talking about the way or path or Magga. Right? The Pali word is Magga. Magga. The path leading to the cessation of suffering. That's the meaning of the path or Magga. The 4th noble truth, the 8th noble path, shows the path to gain the highest happiness. It is the path or Magga that has been followed wholeheartedly to end suffering to reach Nibbana, the supreme happiness. In your life, you can obtain, you can get this highest happiness, no other happiness in this world. No another happiness. Right? In our life, the highest happiness is what? Nibbana. 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 That's the highest happiness. So, one should thoroughly realize and penetrate the first 3 noble truths. Dukkha, Samudaya and Nirodha to follow the path. Right? Then we have to we should have real understanding of this noble truth. What? Dukkha, Samudaya and Nirodha. We have to understand this one. We should have an idea of that one. What is dukkha? What is samudaya? What is nirodha? We have to understand. Sometimes, 1 or 2 sessions, quite difficult to understand this thing. Right? 1 or 2 sessions, quite difficult to understand. Then what you should do? You have to listen. You have to read. Right? Regarding this one. In some books or online, you need to read. You need to read. to understand this one. By understanding these things, what you should do, you have to compare, you have to think of your experience. How you face all this dukkha. You feel, right? Every day. You have to think of that one. You have to think of that one. How I feel. How my family members feel. How my friends feel. Individually, you can think of that. Then, as mentioned in the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, the Dhamma followers should not follow the two extremes, or in other words, two ends. You know, in the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutra clearly mentioned there are two streams, two extremes, or we can say another word, two ways, two ends. Two ends. In Pali, anta. Anta. We should not go to an end. We should not go to an end. What are those two streams? First one, Kama Sukallikanu Yoga. That's the Pali term. Kama Sukallikanu Yoga. Can you repeat? Kama Sukallikanu Yoga. Kama Sukallikanu Yoga. That is the one end. That is the one stream. Right? What is the second one? Atta Kilamatthanu Yoga. Atta Kilamatthanu Yoga. English word is self-mortification. Self-mortification. Then Buddha advises us not to follow two streams. Not to follow two streams or two ends. The first one is self-indulgence or Kama Sukallikanu Yoga. Second one, self-motivation or Atta Kilamatthanu Yoga. If you follow these two ends, what happens? Can you think? What happened?
No good results.
Yes, there is no good results. Or can we stop our suffering? Can? No, impossible. If you think that someone follows that two streams, two ends, do you think that person can stop suffering? Can? No, cannot. Cannot. Because of that person is following one end. It goes to an end. Goes to end. That person cannot, stop his suffering. You see the next line here? Because this self-indulgence leads people to attach to sensual pleasures. That is why. Self-indulgence leads people to attach to sensual pleasures. What are the sensual pleasures? Yes? Yes. Yes. Yeah, come on. Yes, and the body. Eyes, come on. Ears, nose, tongue, and yes. Yes. We always see something in the environment every day. We always try to feel good things. We like to see good or, beautiful pictures. And we feel a lot on that one. We do not think about that is anicca. That brings dukkha to us. We do not think that one. We are always happy by seeing all those things in our eyes. If we think like that, do you think it is possible to release all suffering? Do you think? No. No. Right? What we see in our eyes, we should think all things are impermanent, change, decay. We have to think like that one. Everything like that. As example, here you can see my computer. This is not mine, right? You can see this computer. Can you say my computer? Can you say? We can say in words, but that one also not permanent. If it fell down, what happened? It breaks into small pieces. Small pieces. Right? If I take this mug as example, this mug, now it is in my hand. If I drop it on the floor, it breaks into small pieces. That is its cup's nature. That is its nature. Understand? When we think of our body also assemble of some parts. Understand? Assemble. We can, divide this body into several parts. This table also like that. We can divide. Right? Everything in the world is like that. We can say everything is subject to change. Everything is subject to change. Not only physical objects, but also our body. Our body. Right? It changed because of, it is not permanent. There is nothing permanent in this society. Not only our society, those human beings live in, but also when you think about the jungle or environment, all those trees, animals are subject to change. Right? We can say impermanent. Can we change? Can we stop this change? Can? No. No. If you have a good deal of money, You, Upasika, can you stop the change? No. No. If there is a powerful person in this society, can you stop that change? No. King? No. King's life also impermanent, subject to change. The ultimate result is all of us die one day. Right? We face everything, every moment until we go to our death. Go to our death. We are waiting for our death. Am I right? Yes. Yes. Our Buddha also passed away. Right? There was no any other person similar to him. Was there? Was there any person similar to the Buddha? No. There wasn't any person. Right? The great teacher, the Buddha, is the most valuable teacher. No other teacher similar to him. He showed us all the ways to free from all suffering. So likewise, we have to think of our life and also the reality of this environment or our surrounding. Everywhere everywhere we can see change. Right? Everything is impermanent. Our life also the same. Our mother, father, sons and daughters, husband and wife, friends, relatives, neighbors, ladies, gentlemen, monks, all those people's life is changing. Every moment. Every moment. At this moment, do you think that our body is changing or not? At this moment, changing or not? Yes, changing. Changing. Present continuous tense. Right? Always changing. Always changing. Always changing. Okay. So, here, these two streams, Buddha asks us not to follow. Because of these two streams will not help us to liberate from any difficulties. Right? Will not ask to liberate from suffering. That is why he advises us, asks us, show the way not to follow these two streams. Is it clear? What are those two streams again? Kama, Sukallikanu, Yogaya. Next one, Atta Kilamatanu, Yogaya. Right? Those two ends or streams are very, very important. Self-indulgence is base, common, vulgar, unholy and profitless. Clear? Self-motivation is painful, unholy, profitless and useless. Right? There are no anything to gain. If you follow these streams or two ends, that's useless. Because those ends will not help us to liberate from suffering. Clear? Okay. Then you can see those, English word here. Self-indulgence or calm sukha is base. Can you read out? Base, B-A-C, base. Common, vulgar, unholy, and profitless. Right? The next one, self-motivation is, yes, painful, unholy, profitless, useless. Buddha advises us not to follow these ends or two streams because of there is nothing to get us. Right? If we follow those ways unlimited, what happened? We fell down. We fell down. There is no happiness. There is no happiness. We always feeling throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout the year, or throughout our life. Buddha asks us, Buddha advises us not to follow these ways because of there is no any there is no any profit. There is no any profit. Right? One who follows these streams, what happened to him? What happened to him? Can he get the happiness? No. Can he to free from suffering? No. The suffering increased if you follow this way. Right? Okay. Then we have to remember these two ways not to follow. Not to follow these two streams. Kama Sukhalika Yoga and Atta Kilamatanu Yoga. You can see this, ends also in the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta. You can see. Then, self-motivation is painful, unholy, profitless, and useless. Finally, it causes only an increase in suffering and pain, as well as makes people weak mentally and physically. That point is also very important. If someone who follow these streams, what happen? Mentally and physically? Yes. Yes. Mentally and physically. Right? It's very important. There are some, stories when we see the Buddha's life, when we read some things on his life, there are some stories. Buddha also, before he became the Buddha, in his life, he followed these streams. He followed these two streams. By following these streams, he thought of these ways we should not follow to get the Nibbana, enlightenment. He showed us through his experience. Through his experience. Okay, then you can see one or two pictures. Have you seen somewhere else in the Buddhist Maha temple? Have you seen? No? Okay, I'll tell you. When you go to the Dhanshala, dining hall, downside, you can see some pictures over there. Some pictures of the Buddha. Did you see or not? Have you seen? Yeah. You keep your eye on those pictures and try to understand something. How Prince Siddhartha spent his time before he became the Buddha. You can see those pictures one by one. Right? If you can't remember right now, when you go to that dining room tomorrow morning, you can see. Right? You can see. If you forget to see it, you can see it at lunchtime. Right? Okay. Then you can see something. You can think. I put your attention onto that. Both these ends do not lead the Dhamma followers to get rid of suffering in this existence, in this life, or sansaric life. These two streams will not help us to free from suffering. In this life or after this life. After this life. Further, the Buddha states that someone who follows the two streams may encounter unhappiness. He faces unhappiness and may not be able to get rid of feelings and suffering in the worldly life. Right? If someone who follows these ways, he cannot get happiness in the life. In this life and also after this life. Cannot get happiness. We always try to gain that happiness. Am I right? Yes. We always try. We listen to the Dhamma. We preach the Dhamma. We discuss the Dhamma. We share our ideas regarding the Dhamma to gain some sort of happiness. I explain this to you according to Dhamma. What I gain? I gain happiness. You listen to my talk, my explanation, you get what? You get some sort of happiness in your life. Right? To eradicate all sufferings. Right? To eradicate all suffering. End of this suffering, you can become happy or the happiest person. Right? You can become the happiest person. You know, there are so many people in the world, they become happy in different ways. In different ways. As example, if someone earns a lot of money for the day, does he happy or not? Does he happy or not? Yes, he happy a lot because of earning something, store something, gaining something. And there are some people in this society, they are very, very generous. Generous means offer something to someone. Dana. Those people also become very happy. Why? Offering or giving something to some person. Giving make us happy. Giving make us happy. Different person, feel in different ways. Doing some acts, doing some performances, doing some work. As example, some people gaining some money, they are happy. Some people offering or giving something to some person, they also happy. Which people get the most happiness? Yes, the people who give something to some person. We practice this thing. We practice by giving. As example, when we go to the dining room, right? The devotees, upasikas offer you something. Dana. Right? Offering these things, what happened? They happy a lot. They happy a lot. Dana. Okay. So, in this mundane life or world life, if we need to gain happiness, we have to understand the real situation of our life. Right? Not only in this life, but also in the next life. Next life. Okay. The Pato Magga consists of 8 components. Up now it is clear? Up now it is clear? Yes? Backside monks, last row, is clear? Is clear to you? Yes, Upasika? Clear? What about her? Is it clear to you what I explained? It is clear to you what I explained now? Okay, good. The Pattomagga consists of 8 components. It is known as the Eightfold Path. Eightfold, all 8 aspects or components need to be practiced and developed fully as an ongoing process. Then here you have to understand this, there are 8 aspects or components in the Magga. Right? In this path, methodologically there are 8 components. There are 8 components or aspects. How many components? 8. Okay. These are the 8 components in the Magga. First one, right view, we can say in Pali version, Samma Ditthi. Number 2, right thought, Pali version, Samma Sankappa. Next one, right speech, Pali, Samma Vacha. Next one, right action, Samma Kammanta. Next one, right livelihood, Samma Ajiva. Next, right effort, Samma Vayama. Next one, right mindfulness, Samma Sati. Last one, right concentration. The Pali word is Samma Samadhi. Right? These are we call as Eightfold Path. Right? These are the 8 components of this path. 8 components. In the parentheses or brackets, you can see the Pali word. Sammaditthi. Sammaditthi. We pronounce like this. Sammaditthi. Sammaditthi. Thi. No. Thi. Yes. Sammaditthi. Samma. Next one. Samma Sankappa. Samma Sankappa. Next one. Samma Vacha. Cha. Cha. You have to open your mouth. Samma Vacha. Vacha. Samma Kammanta. Kammanta. Samma Kammanta. Samma Ajiva. Samma Ajiva. Samma Vayama. 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 Samma Sati. Samma Sati. Samma Samadhi. Samma Samadhi. I think quite, difficult to pronounce to you. Don't think that is difficult. We have to practice to pronounce this word rightly. Right? We need to learn Pali language, also Pali alphabet. If you learn Pali alphabet, you can pronounce well. Pronunciation. There are some English words also, there are quite difficult to pronounce. We use English as a second language or foreign language, sometimes quite difficult, but we try to pronounce it correctly. Correctly. We use different dictionaries, we listen to those words, how to pronounce, right? We report to the dictionary also. We see how to pronounce those words. Likewise, Pali words also we have to pronounce correctly and well. Right way. Right way. Can you read those components again? Pali one. Again. Vacha. Samma Vacha. Samma Vacha. Cha. Yeah. Samma Vacha. Yes. Yes. Next. Next one. Okay. Next. Okay. Samma Samadhi. Yes. Right? Okay. Yeah. Vacha. This Vacha. That's a long vowel. Long vowel. Yeah, that's long vowel. Vacha. Yes. Not vacha. Vacha. Eh? Yes.
How to write that
vacha?
No, he is saying, is there any meaning for vacha
Oh.
in Pali? Vacha. If it pronounced vacha, is there any Pali vacha?
Okay.
Kayena Vacha.
Aha. Kayena Vacha. That's right.
Do you have Kayena Vacha or what?
Vacha. Kayena Vacha.
Word for Vacha.
Vacha.
I know.
Yeah.
You don't have a Vacha.
No, Vacha. We pronounce that one. Vacha. Kayena vacha. Kayena vacha chittena. No, mention. Kayena vacha chittena.
That means the E sound like
Right?
this is E sharp.
Or we can like,
Malay was culture.
in English, use like this. No?
Culture.
Long words like this in English. Or we can say this symbol or this symbol in English. Right? When you pronounce some English word. Yeah, when you go to dictionary, when you open the dictionary, you can see this one. Right? Vacha. Vacha. Mm. Tathagata. Long.
Oh, so this one is long.
Yeah. Right? I think so. You people have to learn the Pali alphabet. Right? There are some consonants, vowels, short vowels, and long vowels. It goes with long vowel. Va, cha. Vacha.
I want to know, Bhante, how many alphabets?
Yeah, we'll see, right? I have to explain this one. Yeah.
Like English or 26 alphabets?
Yeah, we can discuss it later, right? I have to complete this one. If not, I have to go out of this. That is another, things to study. You know, when we learn the Pali language, we can correctly pronounce. If not, no. Everything based on the alphabet of the particular language. Right? We call these 8 items like components, right? Or aspects of the Magga. Can you go through this slide? The Noble Eightfold Path. Just you go through to get the meaning of this. The Buddha expounds in the Sutta. In the Sutta means what? No. Sutta means here, yes, Dhamma Chakkappavattana Sutta. All those things consist of that particular Dhamma Chakkappavattana Sutta. According to that sutta, I explain to you. I explain to you in a simple way. Right? Okay. The Buddha expounds in the sutta the middle path, Majjhima Patipada. Not Patipada. Patipada. Majjhima Patipada. Yes. Long vowel. Majjhima Patipada is the most important and the only way to gain wisdom and knowledge on the reality of life. Also, the Noble Eightfold Path, Aryo Attangiko Maggo. Aryo Attangiko Maggo shows the right way to the Dhamma followers to liberate themselves from all suffering and cessation of sorrow and unhappiness in worldly life, mundane life, right? As well as it may lead the Dhamma followers to purify their minds from defilements. Eventually, doing meditation, the disciples of the Buddha may be able to concentrate their minds to attain the stage of the first, second, third, and fourth sainthood or arhathood. Is it clear? Therefore, each and everybody should follow the following eightfold path to obtain eternal happiness. Right? Here, in a simple way, every person every person has to follow this eightfold path or 8 components to get the highest happiness. That's the summary of this one. If someone who does not follow these 8 components or eightfold path, he cannot get the highest happiness. He cannot reach the Arahantut or Nibbana. Understand? If there is, some numbers here, you neglect those numbers. You neglect those numbers. You have to follow these components. You have to follow. You have to practice. You have to practice. Right? You have to practice. You have to practice. Follow means practice in day-to-day life. Understand something regarding this and practice. So here I will explain to you further from point 1 to point 5. Right? In my session. The rest of the points will be discussed by Bhante Konnan. Now you can see different things. Now I showed you the components or aspects of eightfold path. Right? These 8 aspects can be divided into 3. Divided into 3. Or we can say can be categorized into 3 groups. 3 groups. What are they? Wisdom, virtue, concentration. Wisdom, virtue, concentration. Clear? Upasika, everyone, is that clear? Now, so far, I showed you some numbers of eightfold path. There are 8 components or aspects. Now, here I categorize all those 8 components into 3 groups. 3 groups. First one, wisdom. Second one, virtue. Third one, concentration. Concentration.
In Pali would be Mana, Sila, and Samadhi.
Yes. I'll come to that. Right? Is this clear? Okay. 8 components can be divided into 3 groups. Those are wisdom, virtue, and concentration. Here you can see the eightfold path can be categorized into 3 groups. What are they? Virtue. The Pali word is Sila. The Pali word is Sila, not Sila. Sila. Yes, long. Sila. Then concentration, Samadhi. Samadhi. Yes, Samadhi. Wisdom, Panya. Not Panya. Panya. Long vowel. Yes, yes, right. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Panya. Panya. We can write it in this way, but in slides quite difficult to get that one. Right. Understand. Right? Panya. Panya. Is it okay? Panya. Not panya, panya. Panya. Panya means wisdom. That's the English word. English word. Wisdom. Pali word is panya. Panya. Sanskrit word is prajna. Prajna. Yes, in our language we call nuwana. Yeah. Yes, okay. You have to, keep your mind on the English word as well as for the Pali word. Right? Here you can see, yeah. Panya. Prajna, that's Sanskrit. Yes, P-R-A. Yes. Right? Like this. Pra. If someone who can pronounce Sanskrit word, easily can pronounce each language. Right? Pronounce words in each language easily. The alphabet is quite big in the Sanskrit language. More than 55. Right? If someone who can, learn that Sanskrit language, he can pronounce different, language well. That is another, subject to discuss about. Big thing, right? Here, okay, we can see like this, no? Okay, the Pali word is Sila, Samadhi, Panya. Yes, Sila, Samadhi, Panya. Sila, not Sila, Sila, Samadhi, Panya. Sila, Samadhi, Panya. That you can, I gave you a note, you can write something. Sila. Right? Samadhi. Samadhi. You can put, no? Yes. Panya. Sila, Samadhi, Panya. Then virtue, concentration, and wisdom. Clear? These two, right view and right thought, come under wisdom. Clear? Then right speech, right action, right livelihood come under virtue. Virtue. But there is it's not necessary to write down something because of I clearly mention in the note this one. Slide in, you can see in the slide. Third one. Yeah, Vayama, concentration, these three. But you can see the color. Yeah, I use different colors here. Different colors. This red color for wisdom. This green color for virtue. This color for concentration. Concentration. Clear? Okay. Then you can remember 2, 3, 3. The numbers are not so much important. Numbers are not so much important, but we have to understand the real meaning, get the real sense of these words to practice. To practice. Yeah. Yeah, this way we should follow. Yeah, wisdom first, then virtue and concentration. This is, meditation. Meditation. Right? Meditation. We have to think, understand well first. We have to understand well first. Everything like that. With regard to our life, we have to understand. Right? The things around us, first we have to understand. What we do here right now, we have to understand that one. Right? We use our mind to understand that one. That's a panya. Right? Intelligent. If we are not intelligent, if we are not wise, can we understand something? No, nothing. You think, as example, you think that you are in a class. You are, right? Boys and girls in the class. The teacher teaches the students in the class, whatever it is, maybe different languages, right? First one you should do is try to understand. If you teach you mathematics, then you have to understand. If I teach you English, you have to understand. If I teach you Pali, first you have to understand. You have to use your knowledge first. Right? That's the thing. Knowledge first. Then you have to practice something. Practice something. Virtue. You have to practice. In day-to-day life, you have to practice. Right? And also, when you come to this concentration, you have to deeply think of that one. Not only the surface level, but also inside, deep. Right? That's the concentration or meditation. Meditation. Whatever we do in this society, in our life, first thing is we have to understand, then practice, and also third one is we have to deeply think in our eyes. We have to see all those things in our mind well. Right? We have to concentrate much on that one. If we do like that, we can again that final goal of our life, that is Nibbana. Right? This is the way we use. Okay, these three is very practical, virtue section. Very, very practical. This one also, practical or not? Concentration or meditation? Yes. Yes. We will understand step by step. If not, quite difficult to manage the time. Can you pronounce that three groups correctly? Sila, Samadhi, Panya. Again, Sila, Samadhi, Panya. Panya. Yes. But usually English word right? We can easily pronounce that one. And also, if we do not how to pronounce that English word, we can go to the dictionary and see that, right? There are so many online dictionaries. Easily we can, But when we think of the Pali language, right now it is quite difficult for you without a teacher. Right? Without a teacher. The basic thing we have to understand, everyone, correctly pronounce the Pali alphabet. Pali alphabet. There are some long, short vowels and also consonants, right? All those things. Yeah. Regarding this one, when we compare these Eightfold Paths to another religion, right? Can we see? No, That's very, very unique. This path talk about only in Buddha's teaching. No any other language, any other religion. Right? No any other religion. They do not talk about this one. There is no any path. There is no any path. That's why they always, quarreling, shouting, make so many troubles to others. Right? They do not have any path. There is no any clear way. That's very unique to our teachings of the Buddha. The path is unique to Buddhism and distinguishes it from other religious philosophy. After finishing this session, don't tell I cannot understand anything. Right? If you have any issues regarding this one, problems, we have to discuss. As we students in our classes in past, we always discuss, we ask, we were not silent in the class. Right? Every day we meet, the teachers, not like you. Virtue or sila is based on the loving compassion. Sila embraces the qualities of the heart, such as love, tolerance, pity, charity, happiness, modesty, and so on. Sometimes I don't know whether you know the meaning of this word, some of the word. You can, Google and see later. But I mention here very, simple words. Concentration and wisdom are concerned with the discipline of the mind. Discipline of the mind. Okay. Now here, the first one is right view. Samma Ditti. Samma Ditti. This section are very, very important. This is very, very practical, very, very important. As a monk, as a upasaka, upasika, you people, very, very important. Right? Right view gives you the right direction toward the cessation of suffering or nibbana. A person with right view does not plunge into deep sadness. He is able to accept loss and sorrow as inevitable. Is that clear? Yeah. Right view. Right, we should have a right view of Samma Ditti. If we are not aware of Samma Ditti, we cannot follow these 8 components. We cannot reach the final goal of Nibbana. We should understand what is right view, what is Samma Ditti. Samma Ditti. We should have belief or Saddha. You have heard that Pali word Saddha? Yeah, we should have that one. Yes. Again. Yes. Saddha. Everything based on confidence, belief, Shraddha. Everything. Our life, right? As upasika, as monks, what we do it depends on confidence, Saddha. If we do not have Saddha, what happens? We cannot go this way. We cannot go this way. The first thing is confidence, belief, or Shraddha. Right? If you do not have Shraddha in your mind, you cannot become a No, it's monk. If you do not have Saddha in your mind today, you cannot become Upasika. Right? We cannot offer something to someone if we do not have that confidence. We cannot listen to Dhamma if we do not have that belief or Saddha or confidence. Understand? That is why I told you, everything what we do is, all those things depend on Saddha. It is like a foundation of a building. Foundation of a building. If that foundation is not strong, what happens? All walls collapse. Collapse. Right? Collapse. We should have a good foundation to build a house as well as to build our life as well. Right? As a monk, as Upasaka, Upasika. We do everything based on that good foundation of Saddha. Yeah, if someone have that Saddha, if someone feel on Saddha, he cannot bear of everyone. Maybe a happiness or maybe a sorrowful thing, can bear of, can hold. Right? When someone die, what happened at house? Some people cried out, cry a lot, cry a lot. Do we need to cry loudly? No, not necessary. Because why? We know the reality of life. We understand if someone was born to this society, those people die one day. Will pass away one day. As I told you so far, everyone die and also life also impermanent change. Not only me, but also you, and also the people who live in this society, and also in the jungle environment. Right? Then if we face that sorrowful situation at our house, we should not cry out. Some people cry very loudly. They utter so many words loudly. Should not do. But we feel a lot, we have to bear up, we have to hold up. We have to keep it in our mind. Right? If someone who has this, feel this Saddha, he works on this Saddha, he is very, very calm, very, very peaceful. Okay, see, right view is the right understanding of the Four Noble Truths. Now you have some ideas, you understand that one, right? In the morning. About this one clearly. Next one, keeping awareness of impermanence. Impermanence, change, unsatisfactoriness, and non-self, or we can say anicca, dukkha, anatta. Right? Anicca, dukkha, anatta. Impermanence, unsatisfactoriness, non-self, non-self, non-self. When our body divided into several parts, right? When we search something, is there any person in our body? Can you see? No, we cannot see. We cannot see. Then we have to understand this one. Next one, the view that there are fruits or results of good or bad actions. Example given in the working of cause and effect, karma, vipaka. Karma, vipaka, karmic power. We all face, right? Not only in this birth, but also in the past as well as in the future. Future. Until we get that arahantship, we have to face this karma, vipaka. Right? Karma, vipaka. We are born here right now in this society according to the karma, vipaka we have done in the past life. Right? After this birth, after our death, we will get good or bad life according to this karma, vipaka. The act we do. Right? The performances we do in the past person. Anybody cannot avoid all those things, as I said you so far. Understand? Yeah. The belief that there are other realms of existence. Yes, realms of existence. Now we are in one existence here, right? In this life circle. There may be another, existence. What are they? Rupaloka, Arupaloka, or Kamaloka. There are. And also, you can say Tavatinsa, then Tusita Bhava, Tusita, Devas, right, will born in that world. Tusita, yeah. Tavatinsa, Yama, Nimmanarati, Vasavarti, right? There are some existence. We will born in this, existence according to our karmic power, karma vipaka. Right? So when we see the people in this society in our eyes, we can see how people are feeling on this karma vipaka. We can see. Some people get blind, can't see. Some people can't hear anything. Right? Some people cannot speak, blind. Then some people, feel lot of issues with their body. So many issues. Some people are very, very poor. Some people are very, very rich. There are some people who do not have to eat anything. No clothes, no shelter. Right? All those things depend on karma vipaka. Karma vipaka. We can see those people in our eyes, how they feel according to karma vipaka. You are very, fortunate because of you are Buddhist, right? You understand these things, unless you do some good things. But there are, lot of people outside of this hall, right? You are very, very fortunate. These noise monks also very fortunate. Very fortunate. Right view. Then you should understand everything like, the Four Noble Eightfold Path and also impermanent, unsatisfactoriness and self, non-self. Right? We have to understand this one. We call that one right view. Right view. Is it clear? Then right thought or Samma Sankappa, right thought. Right thought brings about the idea of wanting to see the true nature of the object. Right thought. If we do not have right or correct thoughts, we always committed to do wrong thing, bad thing. Understand? We should have good thoughts, right thoughts to do good thing for other people. Every action based on thoughts. Every action. Every performance based on thoughts. It may be good and bad. If you have, now you have good thoughts, that's why you became novice monk, right? So you have good thought, then you became upasika for a short time. You have good thoughts. These monks have good thoughts. Whatever we do, all those things based on thoughts, maybe good or bad. If we harm for others, at that time what happened? We have bad thoughts. If we harm towards someone, that person has bad thoughts. Right? Bad thoughts. Thoughts can be divided into two, good thoughts and bad thoughts. If you do some work on good thoughts, you become a very happy person. Right? One day you can relieve all the suffering because of you have good thoughts. You have good thoughts. Okay. The good thoughts of renunciation, we can say Nekkamma Sankappa. Nekkamma Sankappa. The thoughts that is free from all will, develop good will, Avyapada Sankappa. Avyapada Sankappa. The thought that is free from violence or compassion or non-harm. We call that one Avihimsa Sankappa. Right? Avihimsa Sankappa. What are those words? Can you repeat? Nekkamma Sankappa, Avyapada Sankappa, Avihimsa Sankappa. Avihimsa Sankappa. Yeah. Avihimsa. The Pali word is Avihimsa. Nekkamma Sankappa, Avyapada Sankappa, Avihimsa Sankappa. Avihimsa Sankappa. Right? Now you can see. These thoughts are to be cultivated and extended towards all living beings, irrespective of race, caste, clan or creed. Also, these three thought processes bring about generosity, or we can say dana, loving kindness, or you can say metta, and ability to let go, nekkam. Finally, these thoughts bring happiness to all. Is it clear? Dana, then metta, third one, nekkam. Nekkam. Try to speech. Samma vacha. Samma vacha. Do you remember how many words do we use in our day-to-day life? Can you remember? Today, right? Today, how many words did you talk with your friends? How many words? How many words did you talk? Or did you speak with your friends? Very few, right? Very few. Tomorrow, can we think how many words can we speak with our friends? We don't know. Limitless. Limitless. Do you remember now how many words I express here? I use. Do you remember? No. Vast. Large. There is no any limit. Right? In day-to-day life, we should talk nicely, pleasantly. Right? We should try to get others' attraction toward us by speaking in day-to-day life. We should not, use some harsh words. If you use some harsh word, what happens? Sometimes some people will cry. Some people will hit us. Right? So here you can see, right speech help you to restrain from wrong speech. Evil people deserve blame, and the public should be told the truth. The rest makes one truthful, gentle, kind and harmless. Such a person is always popular and trustworthy. However, you should speak gently, at the right time, at the right place, with supporting proofs, reliable evidence. Right? When we talk with someone, we should not use some unnecessary words. Right? When we speak with our parents, we use only very limited words. And also we very much respect to them. Very much respect towards. Understand? When we talk with our teachers, when we talk with our monks, when we speak with the high priest, we use very limited but very respectful words. Right? Then next one, abstinence from false speech, musavada. Yeah, abstinence from malicious speech, pisunavacha. Abstinence from harsh speech, parusavacha. Or we can say parusavacha. Abstinence from gossiping, sampapalapa. Right? These all words come under right speech. We should not, talk unnecessary thing. Should not, anytime, no, we should not. Should not use. If it is harm to others, can use again and again? No, should not. Should not. Right? We have to see whether our words will harm to that person or not. It harms to myself, towards me. Right? Towards me. If you use some harsh words to others, towards them, they will get angry. They will hit us. They will die us. Right? he or she may make some issues, problem towards us if we use some harsh words. We should not do it that one. You observe seal, right? How many? You, as novice monks? 10. 10 precepts you observed. One of them is Musavada, Veramani, Sikkhapadang, Samadhyami. You also as well. Am I right? Yes. Musavada. Musavada, Veramani, Sikkhapadang, Samadhyami. The meaning of that one is, I always use right speech, not false one. Understand? Understand? Yes. We always, with our parents, with our younger one, children, teachers, or clergies, neighbors, visitors, no? When we talk with them, we have to use good. Yes, utterances we have to use. And also Parusa Vacha, you observe that one. Parusa Vacha, malicious speech. You promise, I do not use malicious speech. I do not utter. I do not utter in my life. You observe, you promise it in front of the high priest and other monks as well. Parusa Vacha Veramani, Sikkhapadang. And also Sampapalapa, gossiping. We should not talk, other people things. Why? Useless. Not necessary. Right? Sometimes that's usual when we get together, we are in groups, we talk something about other people. Useless. Useless. Right? Those will harm to us. We should not talk. Then we have to understand here under right speech, we have to restrain from false speech, malicious speech, harsh speech, and gossiping. Those things are very, very harmful to all of us when you utter. Clear? Okay. Right action. Samma kammanta. Samma kammanta. Right action. Right action restrains you from committing wrong bodily action. Right? We can use our body for bad things, to harm someone, to kill someone. Right? Good moral conduct is the key to lack of remorse and peace of mind. Then here, no killing. You observe one precepts like Panatipata Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhyami. I don't like to kill human beings. Only human beings? Yes. Sentience. Right? We should not kill anyone. Animals, birds, no. We should not kill. Not only human beings. You observe that one, keep in your mind, that's very important for you. Right? Everyone, everyone loves himself or herself. Don't you love you? Love you or not? Do you love you? No. Yes, love. What about you? Yes, we first to whom? To whom you first love? To myself, to yourself. Right? We love. When I think of myself, I love myself first. Then I love you, other people. Other people. Right? Everyone loves to live in this society longer, without any harm, without any disturbance. Right? Likewise, every person, every bird, every animal loves themselves. Clear? We should not kill anyone. Number 2, not taking what is not given. Adinadana veramani sikkhapadang samadhyam. You observe. If there is something not belongs to me, should I take? If I want to take it, what should I do? What should I do? I have to ask. I have to ask it. Right? You think that here is a laptop. Right? It belongs to the society here, but this monk wants to take this one. Can he take it? Yes, he cannot. Right? He should take permission. Right? He should take permission. We should not take those who not belong to us. Right? We should not take. If we want to take it, if we love it very much, we can ask it from the particular person. We have to ask. We cannot move it. This is my water bottle, you think? Someone love it. Someone think to take it later. When I go out of the classroom, some student come here and he move it to somewhere. It is also not good. Right? It is also not good because of it depends on thoughts. Thoughts become some karmic power. Right? We should not move it. If someone want to take it, he hide it somewhere else to take it later. Understand? That one also should not do. All these things come under Adinadana Veramani. Adinadana Veramani. If you want to get it, you can ask, you should get that permission. The thing is, you cannot move it, you cannot hide it. Understand? That comes on under Adinadana. Yeah. Steal, rob, right? We should not do that one. Last one. No sexual misconduct. Kamesu, kame sumichachara. That is strong translation. Kamesu michachara. Kamesu michachara. No. Kamesu michachara. Kamesu michachara. Kamesu michachara. That is strong pronunciation. Kamesu michachara. Kamesu michachara. Yes, but we should understand that one. Those are two words. Kamesu michachara. Right? If you learn Pali grammar, you can definitely understand that one really. Kamesu michachara. When, a priest or clergy, observe, I give you some precepts. right? You have to repeat. Then you have to pronounce Kamesu Michachara. Kamesu Michachara Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhyam. Kamesu Michachara, that's wrong. Right? Then, lay people can satisfy with husband and wife in that family. He or she cannot go beyond them. Understand? Husband and wife, you think that they got married soon? Right? They can, happy. They can become happy. They can, in that sexual life, that's okay. But they cannot, think beyond that, husband and wife. Right? Cannot go behind someone else. No, that's wrong. If those people do like this act, what happens? That family will not live longer, cannot live longer. That's one thing. There may be some, diseases, right? There may be some quarrels in the family. Understand? So many, bad effects. So many. In Buddha's time, there is a good, example story about that life. But I don't have time to explain about that one. When I past few days, I did some, Dhamma talk to the new married couple in Stein room. I explained something about that one. I explained something well. Now time is not enough to this thing, right? So these actions, right, come under right action. We have to avoid to killing someone, and also we should not kill another thing. Yeah. Number 2, steal. Yeah. Number 3rd one, sexual misconduct. Right? This one, right livelihood, Samma Ajiva. Samma Ajiva. No dealing in arms. Sattha Vanidya. Sattha Vanidya. No dealing in slaves. Sattha Vanidya. Sattha Vanidya. No dealing in animals for slaughter. Mansa Vanidya. No dealing in intoxicants. Majja. Majja Vanidya. Last one, no dealing in poisons. Visa Vanidya. Visa Vanidya. Right? Those are the Pali words in brackets. Those are the Pali words. If you do these things, if you sell those things, what happens in the society? Do they can live happily? Do? No. Always what happen? Fighting, quarrels, problem, so many issues. Right? So many issues. Now we are at the end. I have to manage the time well. He who guards his senses, he is released from sorrow. Right? Kayena sangvaro sadhu, sadhu achaya sangvaro. Manasa sangvaro sadhu, sadhu sabbattha sangvaro. Sabbattha sanguto bhikkhu, sabba dukkha pamunchati. This is the way to what? Relief from suffering. We can eradicate all sufferings. Kayena sangvaro sadhu. Good is restraint of the body. We have to control our body. Right? We should not kill. We should not steal some. Right? We should not do misconduct. Understand? Right? That's our body. We use our body. We should use our body towards to do good things, not for bad things. Right? Kaina sangwaro sadhu, sadhu, vachai sadhu, right? Manasa sangwaro sadhu, sadhu sabbatta sangwaro, sabbatta sanguto bhikkhu, sabba dukkha pamunchati. Yes. BH, bhikkhu. Restrained in every way is freed from all suffering. Right? We have to monk, right? Monk, BHU, BHI, sorry, BHI, Bhikkhu, sorry, monk, right? This verse is very important, very, very important. Kaina sangvaro sadhu, sadhu vachaya sangvaro, manasa sangvaro sadhu, sadhu sabbatta sangvaro. Sabbatta sanguto bhikkhu, sabba dukkha pamunchati. He can free from all suffering. It means he can gain the final happiness of Nibbana. Right? Not only for monks, but also upasikas, upasakas, and also every person who lives in this society. Right? In the past, present, and future as well. Then I wish you all the best with the grace of the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. Sukhi Digayiko Bhava, may you be well and happy. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.